Yeah. Yeah, good evening everyone. So myself, I'm Vijay Sunder. So I hold 13 plus years of experience, which includes 7 plus years of experience in Python environment. So my experience includes design, development, and implementation of Python and Django based applications. So well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, URLlib. Okay. Experience in implementing large scale business critical systems using object oriented design and programming concepts using Python and Django, and developing variety of web applications implementing MVT architecture using server side applications. So as part of today's demo, just I'm going to cover the following topics. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether my screen is visible or not, right? Can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear or not, whether my screen is visible or not? Everyone. Yes, 1 second, 1 second. It's fine. Okay, fine. So I got responses, right? Most. Okay. So thank you for it. Right. So as part of today's demo, just I'm going to cover the following topics, right? Why Python? Why Python? Already we have got many programming languages available in the market, right? Why again Python required? Who can learn Python? What are the prerequisites for learning Python, right? How Python was built? How Python was built? How Python was derived? Python real-time applications. What kind of applications we can develop today by using Python? So Python mostly used in developing what kind of applications? Python usage. Who are using Python today? And the top 10 applications created by using Python. And Python features compared with other programming, and reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. Reasons why Python is suddenly super popular, and Python scope and job market. Okay. Reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. Python is not a kind of technology which is very recently introduced, right? So it came into the market like almost like 30 years ago. But all of a sudden, why Python is suddenly super popular? Reasons for it, and Python scope and job market. Okay. Means what is the scope of Python? Means you need to, when you update with the technology, right? You should also see like how long it lasts in the market, right? Okay. First, why Python? I define Python in 5 lines. Python is a general purpose programming language. Multi-programming features we see, that is hybrid features. High-level language, interpreted language, user-friendly programming language. What is that? Interpreted and user-friendly or programmer-friendly programming language. So just I'll brief you one by one. General purpose programming language. Okay. So before Python, we have got some languages like Pascal, Fortran, COBOL. So these languages are purpose-based languages. They are used for a specific purpose. These are purpose-based languages. For example, Pascal for developing scientific applications, Fortran for complicated mathematical applications, and COBOL for business applications. Okay, so these are purpose-based languages. They are used for a specific purpose. So, but a language, okay, a language which is suitable for developing any type of application. A language which is suitable for developing any kind of application. Such a language we call it as general purpose programming language. So Python is such a kind of programming language where we can develop any kind of application, like automation application, networking applications, embedded applications, desktop applications, gaming applications, right? So wide varieties of applications can be developed by using Python. Okay, it's not a purpose based. So any kind of applications you can develop by using Python, right? Okay. And multi-programming features, right? So just like I give a labor example, if you want to launch a new product in the market, right? To attract the customers, what features you want to see within that? Like the features what we see in different other mobiles. Means, for example, if you want to launch a new mobile phone into the market, right? To attract the customers, if you see the features which are present in different mobiles in a single piece, right? It's going to attract the customers in the same way. Okay. In the same way, Python, in the same way, Python is a language which has got the features of different other programming languages within it, right? Okay, fine. High level language, Python is a, so because of this multi-programming features, we say Python as a hybrid language because it has got some hybrid features, multiple features. High level language, we have got two types of languages. If we discuss like that, there are two types of languages: low level language and high level language. Low level and high level languages. Low level language and high level languages. If I talk about these low level languages, right, they are not human understandable. Okay. Like low level languages like assembly level language. Yeah, can once again, can you please confirm whether my voice is clear or not? Are you getting any disturbance or resound? Can you please confirm? Right, okay, fine, thank you. Yes. So low level language like assembly level language or machine level language, like the low level languages like assembly level. Okay, they are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. They are not portable, right? Not human understandable, not portable, right? They are not portable, right? And machine dependent, they are machine dependent, right? Machine dependent. But Python is a high level language. Python is a high level language. High level language. So it is human understandable. They look like normal English statements. Python statements look like normal English statements. They are not as complex as other programming. Okay, fine. Now it's human understandable. They are portable and machine independent. They can run on all the hardwares and all the operating system, right? Okay, fine. Interpreted language. Python is a interpreted. We have got compilation interpretation language, right? Python is a interpretation, line by line execution you are going to see in Python, which makes debugging very easy. And Python is a cross-platform language which can run on any platform like Windows, Mac OS, Linux. Okay. And it's a user-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming language which provides simple syntaxes which look like normal English statements, right? Okay. Okay. So Python is a general purpose programming language, multi-programming features. It has taken the features from different programming, high level language, interpreted language, user friendly or programmer friendly programming language. Okay. So multi-programming features. Python has got multi-programming features, I said. It has taken some features from one programming. It has taken some other features from other programming. In this way, from different programming languages, it has taken the features. It has taken the features from Python has taken the features from functional programming like C language. It has taken the features from functional programming like example like C language. And it has taken the features from object-oriented programming like C++ and Java. Like C++ and Java, right? Okay. And it has taken the features from scripting languages like Linux shell script, scripting languages. Example like Linux shell script. And has taken the features from modular programming, right? Okay. Example like modular 3. Okay, it has taken the features from this functional object-oriented scripting and modular programming, right? If I talk about like Java technology, right? Java. So here the Java programmers or developers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming features only, right? Without object-oriented programming, yes, yes. So if we can say, okay, object-oriented. So Python came in the year 1989. Java in the year 1995, right? So object-oriented programming features. So I'm saying like Java has got the features just like other programming languages like C object-oriented programming, like scripting and modular means multiple features it has got like other programming languages. It has got the features just like C, you can develop applications just like C++, just like Java, just like shells, you can write many automation scripts, and just like modular programming, you can develop multiple varieties of applications, right? So because of this multi features, I'm talking like if we talk about Java, right? It's strictly the programmers or developers are restricted to use only object-oriented programming features, right? Without this object-oriented programming, we cannot write a Java application or a program, right? But in Python, with object-oriented, without object-oriented, with functional programming, with modular programming, we can develop many varieties of applications in Python, right? Okay. And here, okay, modular programming. Python has got great boom in today's market because of this modular programming. It has got the concept of modules. Python has got the concept of modules. Nearly like 89,300 inbuilt modules Python provides for various domains. Modules like 89,300 inbuilt modules Python provides for various domains. Whatever domain you are from, Python provides a module. Like if you're from data science background, Python provides some separate modules for networking, for testing, for animations, for databases. Separate modules Python provides, right? For example, for data science, Python provides some models like NumPy model, Pandas model, Matplotlib, CP, scikit-learn. So different separate models Python is providing for this data science environment. Even for big data environment, Python provides separate models. So because of this, Python providing support to multiple domains, right? So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming language in today's industry for implementing different domains in different high-end technologies, right? If you observe like in various high-end technologies, Python is mostly used as the implementation language, like data science with Python, big data with Python, means like Spark with Python, like PySpark, like robotics with Python, IoT with Python, right? AWS, writing in AWS and DevOps, writing scripts, automation scripts, okay, with when web applications creations with Python, right? So widely used today, right? So like big data, separate models of Python is going to provide separate models for this big data, and even for networking applications, Python providing separate models for it. Even for testing or test cases, Python providing for testing, right? Separate model Python is providing for this. And for operating systems kinds of activities, for operating system, okay, the name of the model itself is OS, separate model Python provides for this. And if you're from database background like Oracle, Python provides a separate model for this Oracle. Means to connect with Oracle, if Python wants to connect with Oracle database, a separate model Python is going to provide, like CX underscore Oracle module. So we can easily connect with the Oracle database. Python can easily connect with the Oracle database and perform various operations, right? So it's connecting with the database is not as complex as other programming languages. Just 1 to 2 minutes of discussion is enough to just work with the connect with the database and work with it, right? Just by providing that connecting parameters or connecting details, right? And for every database, for example, MySQL, right? Separate model Python provides, like PyMySQL or MySQL.connector. Separate models Python provides for this. Even for SQL server, right? We have got like PyODBC. Python provides a model called PyODBC, using which you can connect with the database and you can perform the operations, right? And even for GUI animations. For example, if you want to work with files like Excel files, if you want to create a Excel workbook, right? It's very simple creating Excel workbook or Excel files using Python. We have got separate models for it, like Excel XX writer, Excel RD for reading. Just by writing some Python statements and executing them, you can go and check. Excel workbook gets created with whatever location you have provided and whatever name you have given. With that name, a Excel workbook, Excel file gets created, and you can create multiple Excel sheets within that Excel workbook, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, right? And you can insert data into particular Excel sheet. Okay, it not only like Excel, if you want to create some PDF files using Python, you can create, right? We have got a model for PDF, we have got model for Excel, we have got model for XML files also. The name of the model itself is XML. And for JSON, JavaScript object notation, right? For JSON, for that also we have got a separate model. The name of the model itself is JSON. We can read data, we can write data, and we can create files. Okay. And for mathematical operations, we have got math model. The name of the model itself is math. Means here 89,300 models means it doesn't mean that you need to have the knowledge about all these thousands of modules. Depending upon the domain, what domain you are from, you are just going to explore this domain specific models. For example, data science, some 10 to 15 models we have got. Python provides for that. You are going to explore only those 10 models. And if you're from any other background, right, that domain specific models only you will be exploring. So for that, you need to have the knowledge on Python, how to use it, how to work it, different ways of importing, renaming it, reloading it, and how to create our own models if they are not available, right? User defined models. Models, okay, I'll just, models means, for example, math is a model. Within that, we have got all the mathematical related functionalities like square root, sine, cos, all this, right? Built-in functions are present. With those functions, built-in functions, we can directly perform the operations without writing huge codings, right? And for statistics, stat models we have got. And for generating graphs, in Python, any kind of graphs you can generate by using Python, It's very simple generating graphs in Python, like normal graph, bar graphs, histogram, scatter plots, tag plots, pie graphs, all this. Yes, like built-in libraries, I can say. Let's models like built-in libraries, right? Fine. In this way, thousands of models Python provides for various domains, not only for computer applications, for serious embedded applications, for like uh, for CAD, 3D CAD applications, right? Python provides separate models for this. And if you see, like before you update with the technology, you need to know what kind of applications are getting developed by using Python. Today, Python mostly used for developing what kind of application. Just I'm going to brief you one by one the application where exactly Python is used, right? No, sorry. Okay, Python real-time applications, like Python mostly used in creation of today, like web applications creations. Python mostly used in creating web applications. As compared with, you may ask, from last 20-25 years, Java, .NET, all they are used for developing web applications, right? Why again Python, right? So first thing is very less coding, simple syntaxes, and Python has got some frameworks like Django framework, Flask framework, Pyramid framework, Bottle framework, Turbo Gear. So in this way, multiple frameworks. Django is the most famous framework for applications creations using Python. So it is providing some flexible options, right? At a rapid speed, you can develop web applications, right? And it has got its own application server. It has got its own database, like SQLite 3 is the database, inbuilt database here, right? With this, you can just develop many web applications using Python at a rapid speed, right? And apart from this, the other advantage, 100, for example, 100 lines of Java code approximately I can write within 15 lines in Python. Like 15 lines of Python, like approximately I can write just within 4 lines in Python. Just I will take a task and I'll try to implement in multiple languages and show you how simple the Python statements look as compared with other programming. They're not as complex as other programming, right? Simple coding, simple syntaxes. And Python also mostly used in creation of automation applications. Automation applications. Okay, today, like everything getting automated, right? So many automation applications getting developed, right? So for example, using technologies like data science, using technologies like uh, IoT, and even writing many automation scripts in DevOps, AWS, right? So if I talk like where exactly Python is used within this environments, right? IoT, if I take the example of IoT, where exactly this Python is used? Before that, what exactly is IoT? Internet of Things. It is a physical network or device embedded with electronics, software, sensors, and network connectivity for collecting data, exchanging data, and controlling the things from the place where you are, right? It's a physical network or device which has consists of electronics, software, sensors for collecting data, exchanging data, and controlling the things, right, from where you are, right? So we have got today, if you see everything through internet, right? Online, everything through online banking, online shopping, online exams, online education like e-learning, online communications like audio video chatting, online business, online banking, online games. So everything through online, right? Fine. So in a simple way, electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other. Okay. So here in IoT, 90% of the coding is done in Python. 90% of this coding done in Python. And if I talk about this data science, right? Data science, everything deals with the data. Data has got experience, data has got future reference. Using data or data science, We perform like data analysis, data classifications, data predictions, data recommendations, data pattern matching, right? So it's a blend of techniques. Data science is a blend of techniques. The main technique that we see in data science, nothing but ML, machine learning, right? It's a blend of technique, that's machine learning, right? So without entering into technicals, right, where exactly this Python is used within this environment, right? So machine learning, without entering into the technicals, just I'll brief you, right? So here machine learning, it is an approach where we are going to provide some data patterns to an application or a system. To a application or a system, we are going to provide some data patterns, data. Based on the data provided, you are making that application to predict in the automated fashion. A very small example, like how you are making the application to predict, right? A bank has provided loan to 1,000 customers. Out of this 1,000, 600 they are paying the loans regularly, 400 they are not paying the loans, right? So now I want to train the application based on these patterns. The people 600 who are paying the loans, they have got some common features. I'm grouping them as X features. The people who are not paying the loans, I'm just taking the common features and grouping them as Y features. Using this X and Y features, just I'm going to train the application. I'm going to provide the data patterns to that application and train the application accordingly. Based on that, the application need to predict like tomorrow 100 new customers are approaching, right? To whom to approve, to whom to reject. Out of this 100, 30 has got X features, 70 has got Y features. So whom to approve, whom to reject. People with X features means they are able to pay the loans, right? The previous data is saying that people with X features can pay the loans, people with Y features reject the loans for this. So who is doing this application? How application, right? It is getting trained. So we keep on training the application by providing the patterns. The person who trains the application, right, by providing some patterns, we call him as a data scientist, right? So it's not part of our discussion right now. So for this, we have got many techniques for providing this training, right? We have got many techniques, ML techniques, machine learning techniques, like regression techniques, classification techniques, clustering techniques, recommendation techniques, pattern matching techniques. For all these techniques to implement, we require a language, right? We require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming language. So mostly chosen or mostly used programming language for implementing this ML techniques, machine learning, deep learning, where it is providing many modules. It's providing many modules, right? Yeah, pandas, numpy, cp, scikit-learn. Okay, in this way we have got models for plotting visualizations. Okay, fine. And if you just discuss that, and if I talk about this DevOps environment, right? In AWS or DevOps, right? We write many scripts, automation scripts. So I can say like Python offers a structural solution for automating the task in every stage of DevOps life cycle, like requirement gathering or system design or system implementation or testing or deployment or maintenance, right? So we can write scripts for the improved development life cycle within this DevOps. And Python is one of the best scripting language which has got varieties of Python libraries, okay, which provides structured or to write structured and readable automation scripts, right? So within this DevOps AWS for this writing scripts, Python is mostly preferred, right? And apart from this, Python, okay, is also used. I'll just list out one by one application where exactly Python is used. In big data applications also Python is mostly used, right? Just uh, big data. The name itself saying like huge volumes of data. So what are the data storage units? Like KBs of data, MBs of data, gigabytes, terabytes, petabytes, exabytes, zettabytes, etabytes, sotabytes, so on, right? So huge data generation. From TV onwards, we say it as huge data or big data. You should have seen KBs, MBs, or GBs, or even TBs of data. But do you think like petabytes of data, is it going to get generated in the current real world? If so, examples of petabytes of data generation. So can anyone say the petabytes of data generation today? Like example, like yes, Facebook, YouTube, right? So like we have got many application. If you take example of Facebook, in a minute, how many posts and videos are getting circulated? What should be the storage capacities to store all the right posts, right? Not only like Facebook, right? Today we have got many applications generating huge data, right? If I talk about 1 minute transaction, in a minute, how many Facebook FB posts? What is the data generation of Facebook in a minute? Huge data, right? Similarly, like Twitter tweets, right? And today everyone querying in the Google, what should be the okay, data generated by Google in a minute? And if today everyone creating your own videos and uploading in the net, right? So YouTube videos upload. So huge data. What should be the storage capacity? Everyone using email or Gmail messages, right? What should be the storage capacity to store all these messages? And bank transactions or like telecom transactions, or if I say like e-commerce website like Flipkart, Amazon. So everywhere huge data is getting generated. So like nearly, for example, Google generating 800 petabytes per month on an average, right? Means 800 into 1024 TBs. That is the data generated by Google on average in a month. So we have got some big data tools are available for this huge data storage and huge data processing. We have got some big data tools like big data, Hadoop, Spark. Like we have got like big data, Hadoop and Spark for storing huge data and processing that huge data in quick time. Especially today, like Spark has got great demand. So it's an execution model in memory computation going to happen, implemented using languages like Scala, implemented using languages like Python, right? So this Spark is an execution model, right? Implemented by using Scala, implemented by using Python. Yes, Spark with Python, say like PySpark. So I was just saying like even in this big data environment, this Python is used, like Spark with Python, we say it like PySpark. For just now, I'm going to just list out the various other applications, scientific applications. But we have got a model, a scientific model. We have got like NumPy model for numeric analysis, for scientific analysis, right? And apart from this, Python is mostly used for game development. Game development. Lot of games are getting developed, right, using Python. Single user, multi-user online games are getting developed, especially for game development. Python providing a framework called Pygame. It's a framework given by Python, especially for game development. Not only Pygame, we have got other frameworks like PyCora, like what? PyCora, PySoy. Okay. And we have got not only this frameworks, but we have got some other 3D rendering libraries like PySoy. It's a 3D rendering library, right? Fine, for game development. And apart from this, where Python can be used means for testing or test cases. And apart from this, Python is also mostly used in creation of graphical and animation applications. Okay, like GUI animation, graphical user interface or animation applications. Apart from this, Python is used in software development, right? Software development. So software developers make use of Python as a support language. We use like BuildBot, Apache Gump for automated compilation and testing, Roundup, Track for project management and bug tracking, right? So even in software development, it is used, and in business applications. Even for business applications, right? For business applications also, Python is one of the greatest choice to develop e-commerce systems, e-commerce websites. Triton, we have got, okay, Triton, a three-tier high-level general purpose application. Okay. And one of the hottest application of Python, that is like database applications. Okay, it is one of the, it can connect with any database like MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, SQL Server, all this, right? And the Python networking applications, mostly used even for networking applications. Networking applications, especially for network programming or for network applications, Python provide a framework called Twisted Python, right? Twisted Python. And apart from this, Python can also be used for creation of embedded applications. Embedded is also used for embedded applications. Okay. Yes, embedded applications means right. Uh, for example, the most well-known embedded application like Raspberry Pi, right? Okay, which uses Python for its computing, right? And apart from this, where Python can be used, right? Like audio and video applications. Many audio and video applications also can be developed by using Python. The most famous audio application developer is like Team Player, Team Player and C Play, right? And even for not only for computer applications, even for, I said, like embedded applications, even for CAD applications, right? CAD applications, like 3D CAD applications. And apart from this, for web scraping, right? Web scraping means scraping data from different websites, extracting data, harvesting data from different websites. For computer vision, right? Computer vision. For like face detections, color detections, we use this, right? Even in robotics. For data analysis. For data analysis, right? So these are the various, okay, apart from this, you can generate many different types of graphs or reports, right? By using Python, okay? These are the applications like mostly used like within this data science applications, big data, like web applications creations, business applications, networking applications, all this, right? Fine. Yeah, 1 second. Okay, so these are the applications, right? Okay, so Python is the one of open source and has got immense library support. So it has got diversified number of applications. So which makes Python as the number one ranked programming language in the today's industry, right? It is ranked as the number one ranked programming language, which is mostly used in the current industry, right? So it acts as a remedy to any problem in the IT industry. Okay, okay. For example, if you even in DevOps also, the ultimate goal is to reduce the time taken in the DevOps lifecycle to improve the efficiency, right? Even for developing web applications at a rapid speed. And if you talk about this ML and AI, right? ML and AI, they are the talk of that industry, right? Which has got promising careers. So the implementation, everything goes in Python language, right? Fine. And this top 10 otherwise some top 10 applications developed by using Python and companies using Python. Who are using Python today? So who are using Python today, right? Google is using Python for its web search systems. YouTube is using Python for its video sharing service. Yahoo is using Python, and Uber is using Python. We have got Uber pricing algorithm, so implemented in ML. Okay, and the coding in Python, right? Instagram is an application built by using Python. Netflix for its subscriptions, the other things. So it's using Python, right? NASA is using Python, right? Means for its research and development activities because of this multi-features support. As Python is the has got hybrid features because of this multiple features. Python is mostly chosen. And apart from this, like Dropbox, right? Pinterest, Quora, and MMOG, massively multiplayer online games, and Maya, a powerful 3D animation, just like Photoshop and Flash, right? Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python scripting, right? And BitTorrent for its BitTorrent, right? For its file sharing service. Okay. iRobot for military and commercial applications, we go for it. And Ironport email server product. Ironport email server product, right? And companies like here, IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they use Python for hardware testing. For hardware testing, companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they use Python. Fine. So these are the some of this who are using Python today and the companies which are using Python explicitly. Right, 1 second. If I just open and show you in Google, right? Top 10 applications or top 10 applications using Python, right? Top 10 applications using Python. Using Python and Django, right? So can you see here YouTube, Dropbox, Spotify, Discuss here? Can you observe here? Top 10 popular website builds using with Django and Python, right? Okay, discuss Mozilla, Pinterest, Dropbox, Bitbucket, Washington Post, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, right? These are okay. For example, if you observe this Google, right? Google is the one of the greatest example of the Python web applications, right? First, actually, that Google's first web crawling was first written in Java, and it was so difficult. They have rewritten this in Python. And even if you talk about this Netflix, right? It's a classic example of company choosing Python programming. So Netflix uses Python libraries like what libraries like CP it uses, NumPy it uses to execute numerical analysis. Okay, Dropbox it's a like a home for all your documents, files, photos, and videos, right? It is written in Python. And Reddit, collection of social news and web content, and it is ranked. Okay, Instagram, like a photo and video sharing social media network processed. Okay, the primary reason for the primary reason for Instagram to opt for Python is the simplicity and practicality, right? Fine. So in this way, those are using Python. Okay. Python features and Python comparison with other programming, right? Python. So those were and what is the prerequisite for learning Python? Who can learn Python, right? So there is no prerequisites for learning Python that you need to have like C or C++ or Java. No. So everything will be discussing from the scratch ground level to the advanced level. Okay. Even with zero programming knowledge, you can just update with Python. Okay. So in the tomorrow session, right, just I'll be just showing you some sample snippets of Python. You can just check how simple they look. Even complex operations you can perform in a simpler way. With zero programming knowledge, I'll make you understand the Python statements, how they look. Okay. Reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. Reasons why Python is suddenly super popular, right? Okay, just a comparison with other programming. So everyone, you can attend the session tomorrow and day after tomorrow to see more on this Python, right? So more discussion on Python. Okay. So reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. Unlike other programming languages, right? Unlike other programming languages, if I just go to the command prompt by typing CMD in the search panel, right? Yeah, course details I'm providing. Yes, just give me 5 minutes. Yes, here if I type Python, right? The Python version will be displayed and Python interpreter gets opened. You can say enter, right? So here, can you see this three arrowed symbol? Here you can type any valid Python statements and interact with it statement by statement, just like how you message to your friend and getting response, right? In the same manner, here you can interact with it. 3 plus 4, it gives the response. 7 into 9. So here no need to define the data types also in Python directly, like x as 10, y as 5, what is x value, what is y value, what is x plus y, what is x minus y, x into y, right? It gives the response. Interactive mode we say. So x equal to hello, right? X equal to hello, and x into 3 means prints hello for 3 times, x into 5 for 5 times. Any valid Python statements you can type and check, right? Okay. Fine. Fine. Now, Python scope and job market. Python scope and job market. Just I'll show you this in Google, right? So I was saying like Python is ranked as the #1 programming language, okay, because of its wide varieties of applications creations, its modules, and 89,300 models for various domains. So popular coding language in 2020, you see first, just observe this. Python is the #1 ranked top 10 programming languages in 2020. Python stands first, next to JavaScript, Java, the other things, right? Now, popularity of programming languages ranking, right? Python stands first, Java next, JavaScript. Okay. Ranking wise, if you observe, right? Ranking, language rank, right? So rank, their ranks given, rank, language. Python is #1 ranked, Java. So 1 second. If you see like, to go back like 15 years, right? 10 to 15 years back. So the usage of Python was just 4%. And Java usage like 10 years ago, right? Like 43%, right? Now this is into the assume that it's 2011, right? Now currently Java usage 19%, Python usage went to 31%, increasing graph, right? In 2021-22, further increase in Python, right? So just you can observe those graphs here. Okay. What are people searching for? What are people searching for? Python, right? Next Java, next JavaScript. Okay. If you see the usage of Python in the industry, right? A very big circle you can see here, right? Python 31%, Java 19%, C++ 9 points, C is 6%. In this way, Python is mostly used, right? Okay. And if you see this, if you observe this, right? Ranking based on average salary and ranking by volumes of job openings. In this also, Python stands first. Observe. Ranking. Python stands first as the ranking by average salary. Ranking by job openings also, Python stands first. And if you see from the last 4 years, the usage of Python, see this dark blue color, right? 2017, orange color 2018, ash color 2019, this blue color 2020, even 2021-22 increasing graph you see. But if you see for Java, right? 2017 increased, 2018 decreased, 2019 again increased. It's not stable, right? Okay. Okay, so Python has got great boom in today's market. So widely used in industry. So even like not only for programming, for non-programming like administrators also, where we write many scripts, automation scripts, as compared for Linux shell script, Python script looks very simple and easier, right? And why should people generally say why should I learn Python, right? For website building, or for game development, or for scripting, or for testing, or for scheduling, or for automations, or for data analysis, for graphs or visualizations. In this way, varieties of applications. So if I discuss that what is the course content that is going to be discussed, and everyone you can attend session tomorrow and day after tomorrow also, more on this Python I'll be discussing, right? Okay, the Python course content which is given by DurgaSoft, the same the course content. Apart from this, I'm going to add my own the other advanced concepts, right? Okay, first starting from the scratch ground level to the advanced level, I'll be discussing the things. Starting from the Python installations to variables like data types, operators, flow control statements, collections, list, tuple sets, dictionaries, list operations, list properties with indexing, slicing, their functions, methods, list modifications, functions in Python, and different types of arguments. Okay. Keyword, non-keyword, default, non-default, arbitrary arguments, lambda functions, filter function, map functions, models in Python, how to work with models, different ways of importing, reloading, reusing. Okay, how to create our own modules, packages in Python, errors in Python, exception handling in Python, error handling, object-oriented programming concepts in deep, a class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, static, non-static, constructor, destructor, right? Just I'll take some few minutes more. Okay, now I'll just take for 10 minutes more, right? Fine. And coming to this advanced models in Python, like Python database connection modules, regular expression models, some models related to various domains. So I'll be discussing some models related to different domains like regular expressions, multi-threading, multitasking model, and some models related to data science like NumPy model, Pandas model, Matplotlib model, some related to graphics like tkinter model, some related to different like operating system model, OS model, some models related to like files like that, working with Excel files, CSV model, JSON model, right? Okay, so and how to create our own model. See, you can just observe this course content, right? Given by this DURGASOFT, like language fundamentals, operators, flow control, strings, list, tuple, sets, dictionaries, packages, oops, file, exception handling, file handling, multi-threading, and regular expressions, decorators, generators, closures, Python logging models, right? Detailed course content you can check here, right? Introduction, limitations of Python means I said Python you can develop any kind of application except one, like Python very less used in mobile applications. Flavors of Python, data types, okay, type conversions, operators in Python, different types of operators, flow control statements, string data type, lot of discussion on string behavior, comparison, strips. Okay, like string handling, and list properties, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, modifying the lists, various methods of the lists. Okay, next tuple operations. Okay, so like list, tuple, set, and dictionary data type, and collections, functions in Python, and everything in brief, and models in Python, and packages in Python, object-oriented programming concepts in brief, errors and exceptions in Python, and how to handle them, file handling in Python, and multi-threading, multitasking, and here Python database connections, Python regular expressions, decorators, generators, closures, assertions, Python logging. Okay, apart from this, I'm just going to discuss many models related to data science like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, graphics like tkinter model I'll be discussing, and graphic model, OS model I'll be discussing, and working with different files like Excel files, Excel workbook creation, CSV model, JS. Okay, so this is what as part of this course. So the number of hours, right? So it will be like number of 100 hours, right? 100 hours for this course. In brief, in depth, we'll be discussing with more than 300 plus code examples I'll be providing and clear notes. And every session is a video recorded. You will be getting that recorded video. Even, for example, if you're absent, okay, because of some ill health or because of some office work, right, you can just go to the video and attend the next session. And as it's a demo session, I have got less interaction with you, but in the coming sessions, when we enter into the technical part, I want the sessions to be interactive, right? It's not like me speaking and going off within an hour, right? So like interaction from you, like whatever statement I type, you'll be responding with the expected output, right? Whether your answers are correct or wrong, you'll be responding. I'll be keeping you in unmuted status. So video you'll be getting, that material means notes you'll be getting to your mail IDs. Okay. So if you have got any queries, you can just go with your queries right now. So even tomorrow also and day after tomorrow also, you can attend sessions to know more on this Python with the same link, same time, right? So yeah, go with your queries now. Yes, no recordings are available. We will provide you the recordings, right? Yes, Prashant Enugula, from when that actual course starts. From tomorrow, right? So today is the demo session. From tomorrow, it's going to start, right? You can just attend two more sessions. You can just check, right, the training levels. Duration is 100 hours, like it goes like 2.5 months. If I get some bigger sessions, I can complete in 2.5 months, right? Okay, the session like the same timing, 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock every day, like 9 to 10. The session goes like the course content will be forwarded to you. Okay, not a problem. It will be forwarded to you, right? Yes, Abdul Rahman, right? Where should you pay the fees, right? Okay. So we have got an online team, right? We have got an online team. They will be sharing you the details in the tomorrow, okay? Even for okay. Just 1 second. So tomorrow the details will be shared, right? The what is the process to be paid, what is the procedure, everything, okay? With the contact details of this DURGASOFT online team. So doubts, anything, if you have what, you can ask your doubts then and there itself with during the session, or at the start of the session you can ask, at the end of the session you can ask, right? If you've got any queries, right? So WhatsApp group will be created once everyone get registered, right? Based on the students, then that WhatsApp group gets created once everyone gets registered. So Monday to Friday the sessions will be. Saturdays sometimes I'll be taking if I'm free. Otherwise, depending upon you, I'll be asking just 1 or 2 days before I'll be intimating if there is any class on Saturday. And daily timing will be at 9 o'clock. Fine. 100 hours, yes, but I'll be taking some bigger sessions, right? Some days I'll be taking some bigger sessions. So yes, like minimum to I can say like it goes like 3 months. If I said if I get some bigger sessions, I can complete it early. Otherwise, it's little lengthy, right? Okay. So 100 hours means you are going to get the depth on this the entire course, right? Entire course. Okay, you will be getting that. So you will be getting create command on this Python. Uh, tomorrow, if you go to any interview, so you can defend the interview with that. So even if anybody choose to go for certification program also, I'll be helping you out with the certifications. So like they'll give like 40 questions, duration will be like 40 minutes, like Microsoft certifications. Like you'll be having questions like multiple choice, drag and drop, selecting from the drop down list. You'll be getting like Microsoft Technology Associate, and the syllabus for that, the course content, like they'll be testing with your core concepts, right? core concepts of Python and how your performance is measured. Everything I'll be discussing by taking some separate session for this certification, right? Yes, everything will be in Zoom only. Yes, the classes will be taken in Zoom only, right? So yes, Bharat Chalagundla, yes. So like Python course, this is what Python core and advanced, right? Later I'll be starting like Django. If you're anybody preferring that, you can just join in that. Material notes I said I'll be provided. Yes, yeah, Teja Sanjay, right? Notes will be provided, right? Topic wise. So as I'll be discussing some models related to different domains, you'll be getting knowledge on how to use the models, how to work with the models, right? Fine. Okay, fine. Yes. So I hope I have done with your queries. If there are no other queries, right? I'll just sign off for today. Yes. Then I'll meet you tomorrow, same time with the same link. Yes, weekend sessions as of now, Monday to Friday only. But if I see that if I'm running out of time, out of days, right, I'll be taking on Saturdays sometimes. Okay, fine. In this course, PySpark is a separate, right? Spark is an execution model related to Hadoop. It's not covered in this, right? Fine. When will be the start of the batch? From tomorrow, we'll be just entering into a little bit. I'll be starting like tomorrow. From tomorrow, the batch is going to start. Yes, today was the demo session. You people can attend tomorrow and after tomorrow to see more on this. Okay, so I'm stopping here and thank you all for your time and we'll meet you tomorrow, same time, same day. Thank you all.